Okay, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Coming back with another video today, and today gonna be a quick little video showing y'all what to do or how we do what we call in trucking a drop and hook. We got us a load with craft today, so basically, because I don't want to get in trouble with, I don't know if it's confidential or not for what I can and cannot show, so I already skipped the whole sign-in process. But this is the point now where I simply find at this place, usually some places have designated spots for empties and like designated spots for loaded trailers, but this one they're all along this line right here. So basically what I do though is I'm gonna have to find I think it's gonna be some spots on the other end, but I basically find me a empty spot, park the empty that I have currently, and then I'll walk out through the process on that though. And then I gotta look for my actual see if this is the trailer. 1, 2, 6. See, that's the trailer I'm picking up right there. So it would be perfect if there would be an empty spot right by it, but it looks like there isn't, so I'm gonna have to go on the other end. But now I do know that the empty's right there though. If I just loop around, go back the other way, look for an empty spot. Like I said, it's just a big long line of trailers, so big, super long line of trailers. But yeah, hope y'all been good this week. Hope y'all been having a good experience this week. I always remember to have the flashes on too. I know a lot of people don't harp on it, but you just never know. It's just a rule. You don't want to get in trouble with the yard jockeys or nothing like that. So it should be a spot right where she just was, if I'm not mistaken, which there is right here. And I'll tell you how my trainer told me, the way I do it is I go one trailer, as soon as I hit that second trailer, turn all the way through. And because I ain't gonna have enough time to pivot around, but you can get about as long as you can and swing it back around. And swing it back around. Oh shit. I'm a little crooked. Just a tad bit crooked. Ain't nothing I can't fix. Ain't nothing I can't fix. Just swing it back over a little bit. Make sure you can still see it, and then we good. Yeah. We good. Sometimes the setup ain't always perfect. I forgot my tendons were always up. But it's all good. We still getting in there. One and done every time. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I ain't a lot of things, but one thing I know I can do is drive. And that's all cockiness right there. Gets it from my dad. We both know how to drive. Like father, like son. Even though he don't drive trucks, but I learned how to back a trailer from watching him do it. But also, of course, make sure your hours don't trigger that you're driving, because you don't want to be unloading and saying you're driving and you're just wasting your hours. All right, probably not to yell because the truck gonna be loud. But now to the serious stuff. Damn mask. The serious stuff of the drop and hook. Let me get this on here. Woo. Come on. Alright, this is the drop. This is the drop. First thing first, turn it off, because you don't need it on. Leave that tag there. That's for them to take off on the way out. Now the first thing I always check when I'm doing these is, you see there's this thing right here. It's the release, the fifth wheel. And when you drive it, sometimes it's stuck there. So the first thing I check to make sure it ain't stuck, that's the first thing I pull out. Because you be driving so long, it gets jammed in there like that. But if you back up, usually it let go. So hopefully, with me backing up, it should have let go. Yup. So it let go. So that's the first thing I do. Then I go back here. And I know this one was a little bent up real bad. Yup. Wedged in there, but you just let your landing gear down. Pop that back out, pop that back under there. And the only reason I take out the air hoses last is in case I ever have to move the truck, like something ain't right or it ain't sitting, or where I put the landing gear down is real soft or it's just not level, so I can easily move it. Because as soon as you take these airlines out, them wheels not gonna move. If the wheels not gonna move, you ain't gonna be able to move the trailer. You can drag it, but that ain't good on the trailer at all. At all. So you just make sure, you know, did that. Trailer right there, we Gucci. Get the next trailer, and we on to the next part of the process. Pop that back open. Another thing, you always gonna need them gloves. And then because the trailer ain't there no more, you leave that red out, you just pop that yellow in, go on, hop to that next spot. Trailer off of there. Go on, get to this next trailer.
There we go, just a double check. 126, 698, check the temperature, 65.
And that's our trailer right there. Just go ahead, line up with it. Line up with it, back on in the. It's your new best friend for the next however many miles you got. I think for this one I only got a little over 500 miles. But the beauty of it, how these guys are waiting, I ain't gotta wait. It's a drop and hook load. Drop and hook loads, you just hop on in, hop in, get your trailer, and get out. I ain't gotta do none of that. I know last time I was here, I actually had to wait because they was behind schedule, and I had to wait like 5-6 hours. And that burnt up my time. As you see, I only got 4 hours left on my clock for today. And when you back into it like I just did, you heard that click. Now I just put it in first and I give it a little bit of movement. You see how it's not letting me go? That means I'm hooked up to it. And I'm hooked up to it, so that means I'm good. So of course, I know I'm triggering my clock again by moving. So I just switch it back to off duty. Like so. Thing a little slow sometimes. Okay, pop that back open. I hope y'all can hear me, 'cause I know I'll be mumbling sometimes. First thing I check, if you ain't lazy and don't mind bending down, you go under the trailer. And when you go under the trailer, it's a little silver part. Y'all may or may not be able to see it, but if you see it's all the way back there, it means it done locked itself in. So if it locked itself in, you're good. Because sometimes you'll think it's hooked up, but it ain't hooked up all the way. Next thing you know, you drive, you take a turn and pop out. Next thing you know, your trailer beside you, or you turn to the left, the trailer's still going straight. And it ain't something you want. Oh, another trick I learned, you see how this right here is actually, I guess they had it too low, and it's heavy now. So this ain't gonna wanna crank. And I'm lazy, so it's a little trick I do. Cause this trailer the truck got air suspension. I go here, get this little thing right here, then I air it up. And it's slow going up, but it's fast airing down, but I air it up. And you're gonna see when I get back to it, it's a slow process, but it worked. And it make it a lot less work for me. A lot less work for me. So when it's done, you can hear it still, and it'll let you know it's airing up. You can look at it too and tell if it's aired up or not. You can hear it still going, but it should be enough right there. So what you do, you see at first how I was struggling with it, because it was still weight on it, and I don't like doing that whole pull it out on the slow gear. I like the fast gear so I can get it out the way. So you see how I was struggling with it earlier? Look at that. It's still a little on there, but boom, just like that. Just like that. And now it's gone. Cause I was able to twist it, cause at first it was so hard, it was even hard to twist on the fast mode. But now it was still a little hard because it was still a little high, but it made it a lot less work for me. So I used the trailer and used the machine that man made and scooped it on, got it on up some. If y'all don't see the difference of how fast it went up when I air it back down to make it back flat again, y'all gonna see how fast it air down. Now that's up, pop that out, put that back in there. All right, so how y'all saw it was slow going up. When I press this green button, it's gonna go down real quick. You see it. It's gonna let out probably just one time, that's all it needed. And now the trailer got a sensor in it to where, the truck got a sensor in it to know if it's level or not. It does that for the safety, so you're balanced and not at risk of flipping or being uneven or the load, weight shifting, and none of that. Now I go to the back of the trailer before I even finish with the air hoses and everything. Make sure, first of all, I should do this at the beginning, make sure the seal match up to make sure I even got the right load. So I go here, seals on here, 126, seal 19685. So it's the right load. I don't know who got their lock on here, but luckily in it right there, oh, this thing bent up like crazy. But I always too make sure to put a lock on the trailer. I always put a lock on the trailer. Always, always, always. And I guess since I'm on video, I might as well do it. Cause I know I be getting in trouble for being too lazy sometimes for doing it. Good old handy dandy lock. Dusty because I don't use it. But if I'm recording myself do something, I'm gonna do all the stuff so I don't get in trouble. So it's not gonna fit through here because that's bent like words can't even describe how bent that is. And I put it on there, it ain't gonna work. So this is probably about to be the ghettoest lock I ever did. Yup. This just look ghetto. It remind me of my city job. Everything was just ghetto. And then boom. Break in if you want, it ain't gonna work. And of course, because this is a small key and a big truck, put it somewhere where it's easy to keep up with. So for me, if I lose I already lost the spare key, put it in the cup holder. I'm losing the cup holder, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'll just leave it at that. Pop that red on. Don't ask me which does which, because I learned it and I forgot it. I just know they both important, and if one got a tear somewhere in here, you don't want that. The last thing you do after you plug in the electric, if you don't miss the hole like I did, check that your lights work. Check that your lights work. Light good. Cause I don't know, I ain't never got a ticket. Let me knock on a truck or something with this truck, but you know, just make sure everything working, flash is working, all that, so you don't end up getting in trouble or nothing like that. I need some wood to walk on. I'm gonna knock on this tree. They probably gonna be like, what's wrong with this man? But I didn't jinx myself. I ain't getting no tickets. So let me just knock on some wood. But yeah, so that's all she wrote, guys. Like I said, still waiting on my car. Lord have mercy, still waiting on my car. But whenever I get the car back, I'll update y'all on that. But it's a lot of bird poop here. But hope y'all guys have a blessed day. I'll probably be uploading this right after I do this, cause I do need a half hour. Okay, I'm hungry and I ain't took one today. Or I think I took one early, but it ain't count because I wasn't even in the truck. I was doing something else. But hope y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe and peace out.